got the wrong thing on here. Okay, let's see if I can get this going. Sorry, everybody. I got to make certain I got everything else moving in the right direction. So just bear with me, please.
You can do it.
Yep. Okay, B, taking hush. Hello, YouTube Coin community. It's me, Robert, with COINTALK. Hello, everybody. Sorry, we're missing Brad. He's on an airplane. So yeah, boo-hoo. Somebody who has got their it's me. Hold on. I thought I had all my sites muted. Okay, I didn't. Now I got it. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take and get rid of my. I'm sitting there listening. It's like, who the heck's got their voice? Oh no, it's me. So, however, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show, guys. I'm looking. Ask COINTALK. I took and I put it in the description for you guys to send me a photograph if you want. If not, that's okay. But we're asking you, what do you guys collect? Thought maybe, excuse me. Thought maybe you guys would want to share something. But either way, we're going to take them. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go welcome back David DeBloom, everybody. We're going to welcome him back, and we're going to do the show today as far as all of the coin shows near you. So welcome everybody. Ted Smith, hello. Florida Polly Wally, Sticks for Fire, Jasmine, Ant. I think I got y'all. Oh, Ronald Harris. Hello, welcome, and David, take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's good to be back. I apologize for being gone the last few weeks. My mom passed away and had a bunch of loose ends to tie up, but it's good to be back. And I'm going to share with you first here the upcoming coin shows in the next week. So thank you to CoinZip for this list of coin shows. And the list is kind of sparse, I think, because of the holiday weekend. So May 23rd and 24th, we have Michigan Premier Coin Currency Stamp Show, Westland, Michigan. May 24th, we have Northwest Valley Coin and Card Show, Phoenix, Arizona. May 24th, we have the Heartland Coin Club Coin Show, El Cajun, California. May 24th, we have May 24th, Pasco Coin Club Coins, Currency, Bullion, Stamps, Jewelry, Collectibles, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree show in Hudson, Florida. May 24th, San Antonio Coin and Collectible Show, Shirts, Texas. May 25th, fourth Sunday of the month coin show, Palm Beach Coin Club, Green Acres, Florida. May 25th, North Attleboro monthly coin and collectible show, North Attleboro, Massachusetts. May 25th, Redford Coin Show, Livonia, Michigan. May 25th, WNY Coin Show, Batavia, New York. May 25th, Melville Coin, Stamp, and Collectible Show, Melville, New York. May 25th, Mid-Valley Coin, Currency, and Token Show, Albany, Oregon. May 25th, Trevose Coin Show, Trevose, Pennsylvania. Also, we have May 25th, Ohio Coin and Collectible Show, Westlake, Ohio. And May 25th, Green Hills Classic Coin Show, Cincinnati, Ohio. And we cannot forget one of the big ones coming up. We have the 42nd annual Greater Cincinnati Numismatic Exposition. That's Friday and Saturday, July 25th and 26th. Robert and Floor will have a table there. Also, Brad will be there with Coins Plus. Also, Joe Durbin and Diane will be there. And I believe Daniel Malone will also be there. Hopefully Abe Lincoln will show up again. And we're hoping that JB can stream for us live from the show. As for precious metal prices, Frankie, it might be a good day to let your metal detector on the charger. Gold is down $17.70 to $3,295. Silver is down 24 cents to $33.09. Platinum is up $3 to $1,076. Palladium is down $12 to $996. And rhodium is down $125 to $5,200 per troy ounce. And Robert, I'm going to kick this back to the panel.
Okay, David, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Hello, Scott Ricketts. And I seen somebody else in here that said hi from somewhere up in, let's see, Ted Smith from the great state of Michigan. Hello, Ted and Scott. Welcome to YouTube Coin Off. Guys, just to let you know, we are going on for the whole topic was we was on to ask the coin community, what is it that you collect? Oh yeah, okay. Ronald Harris says if JB can't do the live, I elect Blue for that job. Blue, can you do that job?
Do what?
The live show at the Sharonville Convention Center if JB don't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could try.
What do you mean? You'll have help. We usually have help there, okay, to help you.
I have a laptop.
Well, but I'll have all the equipment there. All you'll have to do, and usually.
Okay. If all I have to do is chat, I can do that.
Yeah,
there you go.
There and, hey, you got to figure out people, Blue. You got to figure out people to take and to interview that are in the show, things of that nature.
Yeah, I think I can do that. I'm charming, right?
Well, yeah. You're beautiful. You're charming. There you go. You're a whiz.
Oh, sure. Sure I am. Listen, look at Florlina. Yeah, no. Did I have to interview? I'm going to interview her then.
Well, just to let you know, Deputy, Nick would love to have made it. So would have Brad. Brad's on an airplane coming back from Florida, I believe. Nick had to work something. I'm not certain exactly what, but something come up. Hello, Adam. How you doing, AZ Coins? Good to see you. And the Squirrel Riley. Welcome to YouTube Coin.
I want to say it's good to see David back. I'm all happy.
Oh, thank you, B. It's good to be back.
Yeah. I know it's difficult what you're going through. I went through it, so.
Right.
Not a fan. Hi, Deputy.
Yeah, I went through it myself, Blue, and I get what you're saying.
The auction, the Joe Durbin auction, they did, they completely forgot. Everybody forgot that that's what Brad did for a while. I didn't forget about it, Yeah, how he goes, right. He knows how to do that, and I can't believe they all forgot about it. I'm like, I thought it was funny. Because I'd love to hear Brad do that again.
Do what?
His auctioneering thing, where he goes,
he don't do it that way. He's the kind that it's just
he can do it though. Robert, I've heard him do it.
I know he can, but if you go to Stacks Buyers and never watch him do an auction, they're a lot different there. But
I know. But
Yeah.
still, I think it's a cool thing. You know what I mean? I think that's how I found you guys in the first place. Because I was watching Dustin, you know, and he was doing that. And then I was watching horse auctions. I love horses. And I was watching horse auctions. And then I found auctions, you guys. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know those people.
Okay.
And then I found Florida and it was just all over with.
I don't know that's good or
love
bad. but okay.
Florida. I love Florida. You know that. I thought she was funny. I'm like, oh, she's funny. I like her.
She is.
She's pretty funny. Anyway, I'm a terrible person. I did not prepare anything for this week because I've been working hard on my own videos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still doing the one on panic coins because there's not, you guys, there's not a lot of information out there. Do you know that, David? Because you did the what do you call it, the short snorters.
Right. Right.
There's not a lot of information out there.
I agree.
Yeah, so it's hard to do. That's
Okay,
a nice
guys.
coin. Where did
Yeah.
that come from?
That came from AZ Coins. He says, I know you can't tell a lot, but what do you think? It's like, well, it looks pretty nice to me.
Yeah,
Even though there's a little hit right here, AZ, I wouldn't worry about it on a coin like that.
beautiful.
Let's get the other one here. Just bear with me, guys, while I get this all blowed up.
Nice.
Pretty.
Nice. Nice.
That's a nice
Detail.
looking coin, AZ. Very nice.
All detail. You can still see the detail. That's like, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, AZ. I hope you. Yeah, this to me, I
Wow.
think it's a nice looking coin. I don't know, I don't know much about it. I can see it's a little off center, but that's nothing major for a coin like this particular one, just because that's normal. So, but it is, yeah, as Jeff Frey just said, or Jay Frey just said, it's a very nice coin. So, yeah. Nice looking coin. I don't know. Is there anything else you would like to know about it, AZ? Before I just take this off.
You know, look at the word states. It's not even perfect because they weren't that good at it yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a great coin. I love it. I just love
Okay,
it.
well, right. A lot of the coins, if you look at United States and even America, look at the E in America.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing here,
Yeah. It's not perfect, in other
well,
words.
it's broke. The top part is broke. I
Broken.
guarantee you that's one of those what is it? Overton numbers? Because of that broken E. What it is, I don't know. I'm not, if Brad was here, he could probably tell us, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, I mean, that's just the way they were back then.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
a lot of this stuff was, yeah, I mean, to me, that's the beauty of the coin.
Yeah, of it. Exactly. That's what I was saying, you know, because they weren't perfect back then and they weren't, you know. And so when I've been doing all these old historic stuff, you know, and saving pictures and all that kind of stuff, and it was pretty crude, you guys. You know, back in the day, it was like they were lucky if they, you know, got it in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Some of the so I'm still doing the panic coins and you know the Jewish war shekels. I'm on that part right now, you know, and I just did the Leiden siege, you know. That's crazy stuff, you guys. They literally flooded their whole city so that the Spanish couldn't have their property or have their area, you know.
Wow.
They flooded the dikes or they broke the dikes. People were starving. It's crazy, you know. The more I do it, the more I think how crazy it was. It was a tough life, you guys, back in the day.
I wonder, I mean, you know, if you pay attention to a lot of the history that you get through numismatics, you learn a lot of stuff that is more accurate than you might find in a history book. Just saying.
Yeah, no kidding. That's interesting that you say that. And they also have their own word for siege, or like obsidian. All that's what they use instead of siege, which means there were emergency or panic coins involved or money issued that was emergency.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's Latin. Yeah, interesting, you guys.
Yeah, AZ, he's got that he was thinking that was an XF or an AU. Guys, for me, the way I grade, I would say that was a VF, probably about a VF 35, maybe XF 40, but that would be the best number I would have given it, AZ. That's the way I grade now. I'm an old-fashioned grader. You can ask other people. So there you go. That's the way I just thought I'd let you know. That's the way I grade AZ. And remember, grading is a personal, it's very subjectable.
Yeah.
Robert, where's the first place you look on that coin? Is it the shield on
Yeah,
the
let's
reverse?
look at that. Yeah.
I think it's the shield, right?
Well, hold on. Let me pull it back up, okay?
Okay.
Just bear with me, everybody.
Yeah, enlighten us how you do it. Where do you go first? What do
That's
you
where
have?
I look, but
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
well, the shield is something I would look at, but I like to look at these feathers because the feathers are even higher, and so is the head.
Okay.
Yeah, where the eye is.
On that. Now, on this side, hold on. Okay, you got this side as well. Here, a lot of people look at Liberty. I look at these hairlines because, again, what you're seeing wear here right now is what, this is a perfect example. I mean, it's a nicely worn.
It's beautiful.
It's a nice coin. Everything I would say would be acceptable. However, I can tell at one time, I don't know when, somebody took, and I'm not saying you, AZ, or whoever. I mean, it's probably been a century ago. Yeah. Somebody took and somebody had cleaned this because you can see, and what they can see is the darkerness around these, the stars.
Around the stars, yeah.
And again, though, this age of coin, I do not think it would hurt it. Okay, no. I just don't. But they're going to bring it up, and it's going to reflect your grade. For a XF more than, let's say, I'd say an XF 40, VF 35 is where I would want to be. And I'm looking at the grade. You are starting to get weakness here in this shield. And I think that takes away AU whatsoever. However, there are some years that, some years it may just be that it would get that grade, but I don't think this one, quite frankly, I don't think it would.
It's close. It's close.
I would say no. I'd be willing to bet Deputy Gypsy Wolves. I'd be willing to bet no, because it's too old of a cleaning.
Yeah. They cleaned a long time ago. A long time ago. Yeah. I agree. Because it's in the lettering and everything. Yeah, you can see it.
That's a good question.
But it's a beautiful coin. Who cares? It's just a beautiful coin.
Oh, okay, Deputy. I didn't know that, Deputy. The squirrel says, is selling a piece of your collection easy? And what do I do? Okay. Is it easy? Define easy. What's easy for me may be difficult for you. That's like David DeBloom. If he wants to sell a coin, all you got to do is ship it to me. I'll buy it from him. Now, whether we agree on the price,
that's another thing.
Yeah, but you want to get those down first. However, you got eBay. You can sell it on eBay. If you were any kind of social media, if you have any following, you can go there and sell it. And I don't know. I mean, some people it's easy, some it's hard. But let me explain one thing to you. A lot of people don't know this. Depending upon what you have, it could cost you, i.e. in taxes. So don't forget that. I'm not saying it's going to, but it can if yours is if your collection is valuable enough.
Yeah, the reason you're selling it always has a lot to do with it, you know.
Well, yeah, me and who was me? Oh, I just took and bought a couple ounces of gold, and I took and I told the person thank you. They sold it to me. I like it. I'm happy with my purchase. Well, 2 months ago, I sold 3 ounces of gold because I wanted to take and I wanted money for Florida to go to the Philippines. If you look at those two deals and go back and forth, I'm okay. I'll put it that way. So it all depends. What's the purpose of having a collection? By the way, hello, Mustang Sally. Tell Soup I said hey, and I've been
I
me and
must
him.
make salad.
Yeah, we've been talking. Me and Soup's been talking. He wants some coin slab, and it's like, fine, I can do that. But
That's
I
what I was
sold
saying, Robert.
you.
It's the reason. It's all always, it goes to the reason.
But B, what's the purpose to buy it?
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole reason. Are you a collector? Are you an investor? What is the reason? I mean,
How about you, Dave? Are you a collector or an investor?
Definitely collector. I don't think if I relied on coins as
yeah.
for my future, I don't know if that would be a good deal. I'm so glad for my 401k. Not to say that coins couldn't do that, but I think I'm to answer your question, I'm a collector. So
Me too. I'm just a collector. I'm not a dealer or anything. Oh my goodness. I don't think I could do that.
See, for me, it's all three guys. And I'm
Okay.
probably closer to Brad. And I can't speak for Brad, so you'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
But I'm a collector, I'm a investor, and I'm a dealer. So I play all
Yeah,
three.
you are. Yes,
Well,
you are. I haven't sold any, so I'm not a seller. So I think that's what they're asking, right? Isn't that what they were asking? The question.
Robert,
I'm getting to it. I've seen it.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen it. I just have not had a chance to get back to it yet. So there you go. You
There you
guys,
go.
I think
Okay.
everybody's talking about Doug Wagner's questions. Why did people claim
Yep.
their coins back in the day? Here's
Tell
the
it.
deal, guys.
Tell it.
Do you know B? You want to go for it?
No. I learned from you too. But I remember the old days too, because I remember how people used to store stuff and everything. Go for it, Robert. I learned from him too, you guys.
Well, first off, okay, cleaning a coin is a no-no.
Different.
Just remember, it's a no-no. But you have to understand, guys, you can look up the definition of cleaning, look up the definition of conserving, just like an old car.
Restoring.
That you can restore, right? Conserving is like restoring, though. You're trying to take it back to the original condition. However, you got to be careful with the coin because with a coin, sometimes the patina, you want to leave it alone and just leave it there. I don't, I tell a lot of people that are going to be investing, I said, as far as investing, I personally, I sort of kind of stay away. I avoid copper because it's not as pure as silver and or gold, with gold being the best because of the reaction is not like anything else. You don't have to worry with your gold, it just don't turn. I mean, there's coins that was made back in the 1800s that's been buried. They look the same as they did the day they were buried. But you take silver, it's going to take silver. The ultimate tone is black, everybody. And if you take and get a nice luster on a black tone coin that's silver, to me, I think it's gorgeous. If you I've got some that I really like the color. The black, believe it or not, guys, a lot of people don't know this. Black is the presence of all color.
Correct.
White is void of all color.
Right.
A lot of people don't. Now,
Right.
I learned that from my daddy because he was an artist and a painter, and I took up painting, and I used to tint colors to match colors on houses, so I do understand a lot about it. But so yeah, to me, black, I sort of kind of do like it. Okay, now why do people do it? Well, the short answer, Doug, it's all about money. They thought they was gonna get a ton of money. That's what it was about. It was greed. They just thought they was gonna get them some money. Where not knowing, a lot of times I have literally seen people strike that I took, and not many, but I have seen it happen, where people take and they clean their coins, think they're going to get more money, and in fact, what they do is they ruin the value of their coins
Right.
because they cleaned them harshly, didn't know what they was doing. Sure, they buffed them up; they look pretty full from a
They
distance.
look brand new, and I'm like, it's not supposed to look brand new, darn it.
There you go.
Yeah, my boss from my last job brought in his coins, and his wife had cleaned them all. Every single one of them, they looked brand new. They were like, come on, you know what I mean? They were trade dollars that looked brand new, and I'm like, oh my god, what did she do? And
Yeah.
I wasn't too interested in looking at all of them because they were so clean.
You know what, Polly DeBoo? I
Oh,
love this here. He's got another question, Dougie. Why did people varnish their coins back in the day?
Tell him,
I
Robert.
love the varnished coins. I really do, guys.
Schlack.
Well, shellac varnish, same thing. Well, the old varnish. The new varnish
Right.
is different. You're right. It because of the change, and I know the difference there. However, you're right, Ann. I agree with that statement 100%. I personally, I like the shellac on the coins and even varnish. It don't bother me one bit. Build them up beautifully, and if you know what you're doing, you can restore them.
Oh yeah, that's
So
the key word, restore. You know, and like me and you've discussed before, Robert, I have tested everything on a cent, a Lincoln cent, everything from the time I was a little kid. I have stuck them in everything. You know, vinegar, you name it,
Right.
belt bacon. I just stuck them in everything. Toothpaste, you name it, I've tried it. So that's interesting, you know. So I know you cannot mess with the Lincoln set. Don't clean it, whatever you do, because we're all going to know because we already did it.
right.
Yeah, we did it when we were kids, you know.
I remember when I was a kid, I would use that Nicodate
Yeah,
on Buffalo nickels. Oh my gosh.
it's really bad. It's
But
bad.
you
Uh,
know,
But if you can't see the date, what's it worth?
right.
You have to be able to see the date. It's so bad. Yeah.
okay, Eric Paul says collector, but what do you do to get rid of the coins that you know are worth more than the denomination because of the metal value? Well, you can go to a local coin store, go to a coin show, get 3 people to make an offer on your coins for the metal value. You'll find them pretty close, but understand one thing, Eric. I want you to understand one thing. The people buying your metal, they make a living. So they cannot give you full metal price, even though when I buy gold, a lot of times I will offer melt value, just melt value.
They can't.
I can't get no fairer than that, guys.
Yeah.
I will take in with silver. I'm usually a little behind because there's not as much room in that. With gold, I'll be honest, gold. If Greg F was here, he can tell you. I offered melt value on 2 gold coins, 2 1-ounce gold coins that I just bought from him. And he actually took and was very, very nice enough to where he took off a little bit of money, not much. I mean, gold was I want to say 32 80 or 90 an ounce, and he sold them to me for 32.75 each. And I said, fine. And he bought me lunch, me and Flora. And I said, that's fine. I'm okay with
What
it.
a deal.
Hey,
What a deal. Yeah.
well,
Like, yeah, lunch.
listen, just understand one thing,
I
Eric.
love lunch.
You want to get a few appraisals on your metal because some dealers they have a higher overhead, which means they're going to take a little bit more off of your side when they're buying. They're going to add a little bit more when they're selling. Most of the times, though, to be honest with you, they're pretty fair about it. I know gold on average, they're buying what 3% behind and 3% in front.
Okay, can I say something?
Go right on ahead.
I think it depends on, like I said, the reason you're selling it or what you're trying to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it depends on, like, do you have a collection that you want to sell, or are you selling one coin? You see what I'm saying? That's what you were saying, Robert. That's what
you're right. No, you're right. That's going to make a difference in
makes
the
a big
price.
difference. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
If you come into, and then if it's one coin, what one coin is it? Because that one coin can still put you into. I've got a coin right now. I would not pay no more than 2% for somebody to sell it for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what that means too. People, you need to understand that too, you guys. Like when those guys sell their coins at Heritage Auction, they pay a percentage of what they sell it for to the auction house. And then I'm sure there's more. There's another fee or something, By the time you're done, how much do you get,
Well, like at Great Collections, I sold them a few coins, okay? Well, I never sold it to them. I gave it to them to sell for me.
Yeah.
Once you get over $1,000, they're taking and banking all their money on people buying it. They put all that money there. So you get 100%. So, but if it's under 1,000, you've got to pay a fee.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, everybody has to get their cut.
Well, you got to make
You're not selling it. You're not selling it by yourself. Look how hard it would be to sell by yourself.
Well, B, you're over in Oregon, and you know as well as I do, rent is not cheap in California. And a lot of these companies, well, not a lot, but Great Collections, PCGS, they are in California. By the way, good to see you, freaking awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to say hi too.
Yeah, but their rent costs them money. So they got to pay for it. So guys, just be real. You know what? You're not going to take in, just look at it this way. You go and you have a house. Let's say you need to get a house painted. Let's say you need plumbing work done on your house. Let's say you need a new roof, new siding, you name it. It's going to cost you money. So just understand, these people that are buying and selling coin dealers, that's right, Polyboo. I'm your local neighborhood dealer, baby, when it comes to coin. So, but you got to give them a little bit of. I mean, hey, well, I don't say that because I don't agree with it.
Everyone gets their cut. You got to get their cut. Their piece of it. That's the whole reason. You can't. You're not doing it all by yourself.
Well, you just have to, like I said, you just have to pay the bills and make a living.
Yeah. Like I said, why are you selling it? Like the pawn shop guy, the guy at the pawn shop, when you go into any pawn shop, he's like, are you here to pawn it or sell it? It's a big, huge difference,
Right.
Yeah. Are you coming back? Are you coming back?
That's right, Ronald. And Eric Falls, if you have extras that you want to get rid of, I'll put it to you this way. I don't know what you have. Don't know what it's worth. I will say this, and I wish the person was still around. There was a young person in California, bought from me for about 3 years. He said, my sister is sick. I've got to sell, Robert. I said, send them to me, and I'll make you an offer. He sent me a big box of coins that he had, and I can tell you this, and guys, I'm a recovering alcoholic addict. Trust me, I don't have no desire to lie. I'm not planning on going back to drinking and drugging. And that's just part of my program. I'm going to leave it at that. However, the coins that he had purchased from me, for the most part, and I'm going to say 90%, he actually made money. But the market was moving up. That was around the COVID time. However, he bought a lot of them, not a whole lot, but he bought a few handfuls from other people. And quite honestly, they lied to him. They told him they were things that they were not. I told him, I said, I'm sorry, I cannot give you money for junk. I mean, I said, I'll be happy to return them. I said, but they're not what they say they are. And he told me, he said, Robbie, he said, I understand. He said, you're right. I bought them from other people before I knew what I was doing. I can see with yours, I had true varieties and error coins. What he bought from other people, to me, they were parking lot finds. They go to the parking lot, rub them there a couple times, say, oh, unique, one of a kind. That's the ones you see on the other YouTube channels that are telling you that Brad puts in his BS segment. That's what they sold him. And it was bullshit. And I'm sorry to put it that way, and I apologize. I guess I should have given a warning to have the parents turn this off. But it's like,
Please.
it makes me upset, folks, because it just hurts the hobby. That's all it does. Hello, Frankie Boo. Yoke fans in the house. We got a lot of good, wonderful people. Welcome, all the newbies.
This is one of the reasons why I don't always want a coin that's graded already. I like the ones that are in just a 2x2.
But you better know what you're doing.
They're so much easier to sell, I mean, the one in slabbed is actually, that's what people don't get. What I've been trying to tell them all along. If it's in a 2x2, I'm on it, because then it's my decision whether I want to grade it or not.
And I can fine.
And I can sell it faster without grading, because you always have to put a little bit more into it.
If you know what you're doing, it's fine.
You know what you're doing, yeah.
If you don't and you get taken advantage of, it's your fault.
That's right. That's right.
But, I mean,
that's right. He's
I believe you make some of the best errors out there, baby. I really believe that. I mean, I'll bet you could do a wonderful job. But you know what? I sat here, and me and Hoop, we have a thing on this one dealer. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but they were selling a 1979 1979S AU Morgan dollar, a coin that had a value of probably at the time, and I'm being very fair about this when I say $35. They sold it as a 79S with the reverse of 78. They were lying about it. Hooper, I seen Hoop in the chat saying, no, look at the feathers. Look at the quail, or what do they call them on the feathers? You can tell the difference.
Quills.
Yeah, the quills. Thank you. You can tell the difference. They sold this coin for $700 for a $30 coin.
Oh.
Now, what is that person going to do when they go to a dealer and say, hey, I got this $700 coin. What's it worth? And he says $25. What are they? Who are they going to blame?
The person that paid $700 for it.
No. They're going to blame the dealer, saying the dealer is cheating them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I mean. It's your own fault. It's your own fault. I mean,
who tried to help them?
Yeah. See, I'm old school. I figure it's your fault. If you're not educated and you don't know what you're looking at, maybe you ought to bring somebody with you that is.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Take them with you when you go to do something like that. You go to buy, stuff. And pawn shops aren't perfect either. So just know what you're doing. Do your research. Do your work.
Could we go back to the varnish thing? So did people do that does that prevent the coin from aging? Is that the deal?
Go ahead, Robert.
Honestly, yes, it does.
Okay.
Now here's the deal,
There's
though.
different kinds of stuff.
Hold on. Because B, you know the difference.
I know all about it.
There's a difference between varnish and shellac.
Shellac.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, that's what it was. It was.
It's a huge difference. Huge.
Yes. Yeah. And the reason I say that is people did, back when they started doing it, they were actually using shellac on the coins. Okay. varnish wasn't invented yet. They hadn't gotten to polyurethane or varnish.
Yeah.
They were on boats, Robert. They were putting it on boats. Come on.
No, honey,
It's
that's
more
when
rubber. It's
shellac,
more rubbery. It's more
when
rubbery.
shellac was made, it comes from the gum of a tree, and I know for a fact, B.
Oh, you're
you might
talking
wanna look
about
it up.
back in the okay. You're really talking about way back.
I'm talking about when shellacking a coin was something they were doing.
And it's still,
People,
it,
yeah,
you
we're
know
going
what?
back into the
They still
50s.
make
Okay?
it. They still make that stuff. The original shellac.
Oh yeah.
It
Yes.
turns stuff yellow. That's a bad thing. But anyway,
Nah.
it even says it on the label. It turns it yellow. I'm gonna go get it if you don't believe me.
Well, I'll tell you what. You learned something. I'm glad because it will. He's right.
I bought a can because I couldn't believe they were still selling it just recently. I'm like, oh my god, is that shellac?
Well, but
Made
as
by Bullseye.
Ray says, if you use denatured alcohol, you can remove shellac from a coin.
Yes, you
And
can.
I took and I bought a coin off of eBay that was shellac and paid for 3 coins that were all BU. We paid $100 for it. I removed the shellac
Good job.
with denatured alcohol, and we sold it for $3,000.
Good job. You didn't remove any luster, but did it have luster?
It got put in a slab.
Good job. Oh, you're
Uh-huh.
good. You did good
The
job.
slab was either PCGS or NGC slab. It was a 1936 double die obverse #1.
Oh,
And when I removed the slack and sent it in, it came through as a Mint State 63.
I'm impressed, Robert. That's
Oh,
impressive.
Frankie.
What did Frank say? Whether it matters. What did he say before that? He probably said something before that.
Okay, good question. No, milk spots are something altogether different.
I'm gonna go grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay, has anybody out there been able to remove a milk spot? And by the way, Renee Woods, hello and welcome back to YouTube's Coin Up. I appreciate it. And Frankie, you know what? You remember being shellacked by Daddy because Daddy probably shellacked your ass a lot. And I remember what it was called that as well. But the only thing I remember, Frankie, is shellac. Like I said, my father was a painter, and I remember my father actually mixing paint, adding the lead to the paint. And yes, guys, white lead.
Never knew that.
Okay, Floor's talking about the milk spot. Guys, I've not really been successful with that. I don't know. I don't know how to. You can't remove a milk spot. They're removing it themselves, i.e., the minting process. They got it cleared up. I don't remember. Somebody needs to look into what happened with they did something to change their minting process to take and to stop the white milk spots from getting, from forming on coins. And it was only silver coins, by the way, folks. I don't know. Do we have any white silver with milk spots so I can show them?
I think we sold it.
Okay, Floor says we sold it. I try to avoid any of those milk spots on coins. I just avoid getting them because I don't know of any way to get rid of it.
Yeah, Canada had a rule. Frankie fell. Goat down. I remember Canada having trouble with their maples a while back with milk spots.
Yeah, Canada, but I've seen milk spots even on ASCs.
Sure.
Let's see here.
You got a lot of maple leaves and juicy holder with the milk spot. I don't know.
Who what?
We had a lot of Canada maple leaves.
Well, yeah, it was Canada, but I'm looking at this here. Yeah, I don't know what caused it, Aunt, other than I believe it was in the minting process, and I think it was when they were. A lot of people don't know it, but they take the planches, guys, and the planches go through a cleaning process
Right,
at
rinsing.
the mint
Right.
with the soap and a water, and I think it had
Right.
something to do with the wash, and I don't know exactly what it was.
Right. That's exactly right.
Okay, freaking, I've never tried that, but I'd be afraid to do that. Yeah, and it was some kind of a planchet wash. Hello, Lisa Anderson. Good to see you as well.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you.
Oh, is that right, Frankie? Now, see, I don't know, Frankie. Is that legit or are you just BSing us on this right here? Because I don't know. I don't know if that's legit or if Frank's just pulling her leg. I can't speak from experience on that.
Well, Frank, he would never pull our leg, right?
And no, that is not the case. It's not a planchet fall impurity in the metals. Usually the impurity in the metals, you can see it, i.e. silver. A lot of what you'll see on silver is black streaks. I got Morgans like that. Hello, Shaddy. Good to see you. And there is other things. You got copper and gold. You can see the copper specks. So yeah, I don't think it's. I mean, it's not the milk spots that I'm aware of.
Here we go, guys. There you go.
Look at that.
I couldn't believe they still made it.
Uh-huh. And
That's it.
do you know what they use that for?
Wood.
But
it says hobbies and wood.
But they use it to seal stains for the most part.
Yeah, that's what I was doing with it. That's what I was doing with it. That's funny. But it does say right on it that it has a yellow tint to it.
Yes.
So it will have a little bit, and it's clear, and that's clear. This is the original, you guys. This is when they first came out with the, a clear coat type thing,
Wow.
Just like Robert said. There's marine varnish. I was talking about marine varnish.
Marine varnish is way, way different. Yes.
Completely different thing. Yeah, and it's like rubbery, and yeah. I love boats.
Frank, I just don't. Well, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, Frank. We'll just leave it at okay.
What is that supposed to be, Frank?
I get what he's saying. I just don't know avoid it though.
Oh,
what does he say?
He's melting them.
Yeah.
We just got a bag of constitutional is what it's called. I mean, that's what I call it. And, when you get a bag of like silver. So they're old coins. I mean, there was walking ladies in there. There was Benjamins. There was Kennedys. But they were all silver. But they were also smashed or flat that, people don't want to use them for collections. So you buy it for the silver alone. You know what I mean? It's melt. They call it melt too. Constitutional or melt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it all depends on what the guy that was asking about selling his coins, it all depends on what you're looking to get out of it. Is what I said, I'm thinking. It's always better if you have more time. The more time, the better.
Robert, could I share my screen for a minute?
Go right on ahead.
I don't know. Can you, David?
I hope so.
If not, let me know.
Yeah,
That's good.
there you go.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. This is as of today. And Associated Press is calling them pennies, not cents. I'm not saying either is correct, but I
Thanks for
cents.
pointing it out, though.
So as of today, the U.S. Mint has made its final order of penny blanks. I'm assuming that would be sheets of copper-coated zinc, I believe is what they use. They made their final order, and they're going to stop with the minting of the cents. That's according to a Treasury Department official confirmed today. So it looks like the normal circulation run of cents is going to be discontinued. I believe they're still going to make proof coins, proof cents, things like that. But I just thought this was interesting. They actually are going to follow through with it.
That's dumb. I've thought long and hard about it. I've had many conversations with people about it. I think it's dumb, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, from the U.S. Mint, we have coming up here June 3rd, we have the latest Americans Women Quarter coming out. June 5th, we have the 1 ounce gold uncirculated American Eagle coin. And on June 13th, this one caught my eye. We have the 250th anniversary of the United States Army American Eagle 1 ounce silver proof coin. Now, here's a little closer view of it. And here's a zoom in on it's going to have a privy mark for the Army. And I'm having a tough time keeping up with all the privy marks on the American Eagles. But I'm hearing some rumblings like this might be a coin to look at. It might sell out fast. So if there's any flippers out there, maybe watch that coin. And then lastly, we have the ANA's big show coming up with the World's Fair of Money, August 19th through the 23rd in Oklahoma City. I thought I just would give them a plug.
Have you been to it?
I have not. I would love to go to that.
Have you been to it, Robert?
Not that particular one because it ain't here yet, but I have been to many World Fair of Money.
Oh, so it really is like the World's Fair. It moves around every year.
Well, not only does it move around, but you have to understand the reason they call it the World's Fair of Money is because mint facilities from all around the world come in and they set up a display there.
Ooh. Is it good? Is it fun?
I don't know about now, but it used to be you could go to the ANA, you could buy a book. Flor, do you happen to have one of them books handy? But you could buy a book from the ANA and it would be empty, and you could go to each one of the mints, and what they would do is they would take and they would give you a coin and take stamp like you had been there with your passport and stamp your book to where it looked like you went all the way around the world to get all these coins and you have them all in one book. It's fun.
That's pretty
It was
neat.
real
Yeah,
fun.
I like that. I think I heard of that. That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
They
it's very.
they still do it.
They still do. Oh, that's
Well, the last I heard, the books just cost you more. Charles
Oh.
Kelly says, Fortalina, have you ever been to Leyte or
Not yet.
Samar?
No,
She
not
says, nope, not yet. Sorry about
Where is
that,
that?
Charles.
Where is that anyway? Where's that?
It's in the Philippines.
It's over there, but she's never been there. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, we got
Honey, have you ever been to Hawaii? Have you been to every bit of it?
No, because I didn't want to.
Okay, well, I'm not saying that's the
Same
reason.
thing, right? Yeah.
Well, it's just there's a lot of it.
Well, how big is? I don't know anything about the Philippines. I mean, is there a?
I don't
It's a
know.
lot, right?
Honey, there's over 7,000 islands.
Oh my God! See, I didn't know that. Are you kidding?
Okay, and just to let you know,
7,000?
she went island hopping, and yeah, she only got to go to a couple.
Wow!
I mean-
I didn't know that there was 7,000.
Shaddy, you're right. Yeah, they're going to do a privy mark for each of the service: Army,
Right.
Air Force,
Each of the
Navy,
service.
Marines.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you guys think of the whole privy mark thing in the first place? Is it necessary? Is it not necessary? Does it add value to the coin? Does it, come on. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What do you guys think of it? Is it necessary? First of all, is it necessary?
No, is it mint? Is a San Francisco mint as opposed to a Denver mint? Is it necessary?
Exactly. Depends on whether it's necessary or not. That's what I look at.
You
Okay,
know,
then,
what I heard is that the mint is using it partially as a so you can't fake the coins as easy.
Okay,
That's
so
true, but
deters counterfeiting or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
right.
Okay, that's interesting. I never thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was kind of like a, So then it's not just from there; it's from there, and it has that.
Right.
That's look at it. It's like, oh, it's a bonus. It's always a bonus. I have 0 W coins. 0. Because I don't even want to bother. It's like there's too many of them. I'm never going to collect them all before I die. It's never going to happen. So I don't see why I would want to, even get started. Get started on frustration, you know what I mean? Because there's too many of them. There's just too many of them,
Sure.
So you guys like that. So I don't really care about the privy mark. I should, but I don't really. Unless it's on the coin that I am purchasing, I don't really care. It's terrible, huh? Okay, anyway, moving along. Just giving my opinion.
Yeah, Shaddy, you're right. The V75s are big bucks.
yes. And I
He's
wonder
talking-
if
he's
they're
talking
going to
about
go
what he
for
just
big bucks on
showed.
the quarters.
He's talking about what
Yeah.
Robert just showed. Okay. Or whatever.
No, he's talking about the V75 that he's talking about is on the ASC.
What's he talking about? Oh, okay.
ASC.
I'm kind of weird about that too, if I'm not going to pay too much for that either.
Well, but it's the same thing as on a 1909 S VED.
Yeah. So it just depends on what it is. That's numismatics for you guys. That's how it is. It's this or that, and it's all depending on you. It really all depends on what type of collector you are, or if you're in the business or whatever. So I don't know about them getting rid of the Lincoln cent. They can always produce less. Why do mints always have to produce 10 zillions of them when they don't have to? Just keep producing them, just produce a lot less. And then they become more valuable anyway.
What are you talking about? They're talking about taking away coins and money, period, and
I
going to
know.
electronics.
Oh, are you going to get mad at me? Go ahead. I'm with you, Robert, you weirdo. Of course I'm on your side.
The next one's going to be the nickel. You watch.
Well, you
I
know,
don't know
it's
why they don't take it. You know what? Here's the,
get
there are a
mad.
bunch of idiots there in DC when they keep printing paper money when the coin lasts 100 times
Right.
longer. So it's all just a game to them. They don't.
Yeah, it's all game to them, and they don't give a flipping, you know
All
what?
they care about. A lot of people don't realize this, but by taking money like ours, make it a fiat currency, which is a debt-based currency, and then inflating it away, what they don't realize is each time they inflate it, taken away from you, even though you might be getting more money in your pocket, you're thinking, oh boy, I'd make more money. Well, that just makes it easier for them. 3% of a dollar equals how much, B?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said 3% of a dollar equals how much, B?
3 cents.
3
Well,
cents. 3
yeah,
cents.
exactly, David. 3 cents.
I
3% of $10 is how much, David?
30. Oh,
$3.
right.
So,
yeah, I know how to figure out 15%.
well, actually, no,
You know
you're
that.
right, David. It was 30 cents, I think.
You know, I know how to figure out 15%.
But my point is,
Chips.
but if they give you more money and they take the same percentage, you're actually getting more money from you because when they inflate it up, that $30, $10, 30, 100.
Yeah.
When they take away from inflation and they can take just a small percentage, it's going to end up taking, and it's just money that they're taxing away from you.
It's like what I was recently doing on the Roman coins when they call them debased. The emperors debased their own coins.
Right.
So by making them poorer quality and taking, you know, more and more silver out of it and putting more and more cheap stuff in it, they're debasing their own value
Mm-hmm.
of their coin. And
Okay,
that's,
they did that. Think about this. They did that in 1964. They took it,
yeah,
they
they
was 90%.
debased our coins.
65, they went to 40%.
40%.
Nobody bitched about it. So what did they do?
Why?
They said, okay, nobody complained. So let's just take all the silver out, and that's
Yeah.
more money for us.
I wasn't, yeah, but it's not for, like you said, in the long run, it doesn't work out that way. It works out for them.
Well,
And yeah, and that's why they don't, I wish they would not get rid of the penny or the cent.
I took
10 makes, you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, come on. Once you get rid of that, then you can't. Remember, you guys, I always bring this up. You know how gasoline was like, it's 49 and, you know, $3.40 and 9.9, you know. And when I was a kid, I'm like, what does that mean? You know how it always is that and 9. It's like, why not 10? Are you guys even thinking about it anyway?
no, I'm listening to you, but it's
Yeah, I mean, I always thought it was bad, and it's a dumb thing. You have to have DECA 10.
they took, and I remember when they were talking about this back in the 80s, taking the penny away, or 90s. I wrote a letter into Coin World, and they would not run it. I said, hey, if you want to get rid of the penny, send them all to me. I'll be happy to take them all
There
from
you
you.
go.
I said, especially the ones they made a mistake on, or the ones that they
Yeah.
took in, you know, like the double die 1955. Send me all of them. Send me the ones that they're off center. Send me the clip Francis. I'll take them all.
Okay,
They wouldn't run the article, though.
let me make everybody else aware of something else too. Like, if they're going to get rid of the cent, then everything has to be even. You know, because when they price stuff, say it's like $3.49. Why you guys, the manufacturers, should round it up first, because we're the ones that pay. When I was table serving and you're serving the customers, we make the change out of our pocket and we round it up to the nickel. Who do you think takes the loss? not the
No.
customer. Yeah,
No.
we take the loss
Right.
Why did you do that, B?
because you have to. You have to. You have to take the loss. And you do it for the tip. You're like, oh, but in the end, we're the ones that lose. Even though it's a penny, penny adds up, adds up, adds up.
Oh,
Like
sure.
Robert was saying, I'll take your pennies. And they add up.
When I worked at a gas station back in 1979, we used to take and we would cut people short like 1/10 of a cent would be like 20. Well, we never got that much. Let's say 999, but it would start to turn to the 10. People would see the 1 and the 0. At the end of the day, if you did that after a whole shift of
All
work,
day.
you would gain about $20.
Right.
Robert,
So like when I was working the coffee
I
counter,
know.
you guys,
Hey,
you know,
I
Wow.
didn't say I was the most honest person in the day, David. I
Really?
used to be an alcoholic addict, and yes,
you
I
gotta
did
round,
that.
so do you round up or you round down is the whole thing. And who benefits? The only people that benefit are the ones that don't care about a nickel or a penny or a dime.
Well,
But eventually they do because they all add up, don't they, you guys? After a while, pennies add up.
well, this wasn't even a penny. This would be like 1/10 of a penny.
Right. It still adds up, Robert.
But now what a lot of people, David, just so that you know, we didn't do it all the time because we would be in a hurry. And when we would be pumping, if we went over a half a penny or even a penny, the customer never paid it. We had to pay it out of our pocket.
Okay, you're forgiven.
Okay. So I'd like to know why people don't know how to make change.
I can tell you that. I knew that back when I was in
Why
school.
don't they know how, though? Because they
I
don't
just
know
told you,
how to
I know
count.
why.
They don't know how to count to 100.
Because I said this when I was in school. I remember when they said, oh, you can bring a calculator to school.
How dumb are you? You're just so dumb if you need a calculator. I swear to God. They teach you 2 plus 2, 3 plus 2. They teach you addition. Can you count from 1 to 100? If you could do that, you can make change. Up there, you got the Lincoln cent and you got the dollar bill. That's 100 of the little Lincoln cents, people. I don't know what's wrong with the youth of today. They don't know how to make change. What the? Okay, I get mad. Get mad about it. I get mad about it because they know how to count to 100. Okay. What is so funny, David? I don't think I'm funny.
It's Copper Owl. Copper.
Yeah, read Copper Owl comments.
What is he saying? He's making fun of me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading Ant, though. I was reading Ant. What Ant said. I see it. I see what you guys are talking. Yeah, exactly. And if you know what you do, Ronald, you wait till they punch it into the cash register, punch in how much you give up or how much you're giving them. You're giving them a 20, and then give them a penny.
Oh yeah.
And they give them 1 penny, and they're like,
"What? Now what do I do?
Now what do I do?" And I'm like, "Oh my God."
Yeah,
How
it's
did you pass first
22.21.
grade?
It's 22.21. If you give them 1 cent, they're all screwed up.
I know. Do it on. It's fun. I do it all the time. I go, wait a minute. I got some change in my pocket.
B.
It's called subtraction. And you don't even have to subtract. You can actually add and still get the answer right. I'm not good at math, you guys. I'm not at algebra and all that kind of stuff. Not my thing, but I know money.
I remember the reason I learned money, B, when I was in school, we had a teacher and she would go around the room and you had to stand up next to the other person and she had flashcards on how to add. If you won, you got to go and you become the main person, and you had to go all the way around the room. If you made it around the room, you got a candy bar.
Good for her. She's awesome.
Well, I wanted the candy bar, so I learned how
Me
to do
too.
my add and subtracting that way.
You know, it's like here I got a tray full of drinks, and I'm in the bar, and people are waiting, for their tables and all kinds of stuff, and I'm selling them drinks and everything. I put the change right on the edge of the tray because they never pick that up. So I make 50 cents, 25 cents, 75 cents all night long. I make money. It's the same concept, people. Add to the dollar. So it's $1.50, right? Add 50 cents to it. That makes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. I just can't believe young people can't do it. But I do. I give them extra change and I laugh at them.
Well,
What?
Charles Kelly, yes, I took in, I ain't gonna lie about it. I didn't want to learn math until the candy bar come out. After the candy bar come out, I wanted the candy bar, so I learned with the math.
Me too. Me too. And you know what? Back then, people used to do it to little kids. If little kids didn't know their money and their change, they would just charge them extra. There was a lot of cashiers that would do that. And say, for instance, they made a mistake earlier that day on the cash register and they gave somebody $5 too much. They're making that $5 up all day long. 5 cents here, 25 cents here, 50 cents here. And next thing you know, they got that $5 that they made a mistake on, and everything is all hunky-dory.
Well, just to let you know, Frank, I guess I could have told the rest of the story. She had flashcards that had subtracting on it as well. I mean, that normally I thought that would go hand in hand, but I guess for some of us out there that were, she had not only the add sign there, Frank, but she had the one that had the minus sign on there. Same. You had to know them both. And no, she never took away a candy bar if you didn't know it. It's just if you didn't make it around the whole class, then you never got a candy bar. So there you go.
See, I'm like Robert, and candy motivates me. Yeah, that would motivate me big time. I'd be like, oh, and then I'd be laughing at the other guys. Get a candy bar. Why not? I did my homework, David. I did my homework. Yes, I did. Sometimes I didn't show up when I was in high school, and I'd show up on one day a week and go, here's all my homework. Here's all my homework.
Bill 457, I'm looking for the question. I'm not certain. Robert had a question for 3. What is it, Bill 457? Go for
it. Getting back to eating candy, I know it sounds good. There's a candy factory down the street from my house here.
Bill 457, I don't know. All I know is I have some kind of venereal or a vein disease that plugs. It's because my kidneys was not taking away cholesterol.
Dang, kidneys?
And I don't know and I don't know if that's what they call it, but I just know it blocked my vein and
It's
we'll.
A lot.
If you want to go into a little bit more, Bill, send me an email. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not a doctor, and I don't know how to go that route. So
thrombosis. I'm just kidding. It's a big word. Big medical word. Yeah, they do. They depend on the machines to do it for them. They can't make change. They can't do. So how are they passing these adding and subtracting tests in first grade?
They're not.
They're not passing them, are they?
I mean,
and you know what? They don't know how to write either.
They're talking, and sadly, since from my understanding, and I don't know, is there a teacher out there that knows? But they're saying, and I don't know what the average is, but apparently there's a lot of kids that in high school. They were unable to. They're unable to read.
Right.
I don't know.
They can't write anymore, Robert. They can't write. Like, it's ridiculous, you know? And so the penny, the cent, we will suffer. That you can't write, you can't do math. We suffer.
Well,
Wake up, everybody. Wake up. We're the little guys. We're the ones that lose out, not the big guys. Us. Don't let them push us around.
Okay, well, let me explain something to you guys. A lot of people don't realize this, but back in the day when schooling, we had a rich person who took and who was investing in our scholastic society. And that person, they took, and the statement that was made to the people that were doing it, we only want them smart enough to know how to run the machines. That's all.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who was that. Who out there knows? I can't remember if that was Rockefeller or if it was. I mean, I just don't know if it was the people who ran what. I know there's somebody. I can't remember which bazillionaire it was. There was one of them from back.
One of those guys. I know how you say. I know what you're saying. It's one of them guys, you know.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, I can't remember if it was Rockefeller or if it was. It might have been Rockefeller. It could have been. Well, yeah, because I don't think it wouldn't have been the banker because he wanted.
What is by the way, hi Shadrach. Yeah, by the way, I want to say hi. What is he saying about 5 ounces of silver? What is he saying?
Shaddy, save some more than that.
Why is YouTube telling you that?
That's it. Just go ahead and send me the rest, and
yeah,
you don't need it.
Here.
You don't need it, Shaddy. Just send it to me.
Here too, Shaddy.
Yeah.
Oh, David, that's that. We both feel the same. Hello, Otis. Good to see you.
Hello, Otis.
Everybody.
Hi, Otis.
Thank you, everybody, for hopefully hit the thumbs up, subscribe, guys.
Yep, subscribe, you guys. Hello, Jammin' Makey. How you doing? Public school pass kids along. Do they? They do. How come they didn't do that when we were in school? I didn't get just passed along. I would have been happy back then. You know what I mean? I look back at it now and it would have been a bad thing, but back then it would have been great, you know? But no, I never got passed along. I always had to do all my work. I don't know about you guys. I always had to do it. And then you learn something too. It's not too shabby.
Well, you know, my sister, she does teaching, and one thing I can tell you is not all teachers are in the program. Some of them are there just for the money, just like any other job, just to push them out the door, not worry about it. They don't give a shit. Note what I said. Some of them, not all. But some of them, they don't care. They just want to get their money and go on, get their retirement. They don't care about the kids. And that's the sad part. That is the sad part. But there are teachers out there that do care. I mean,
you don't go into it for the money.
Well, like I know my sister. Listen, my sister, she retired. She ain't got to go work. She went back to school because she enjoys the children and she enjoys teaching them.
Yeah, and teaching them.
That's a good thing. You know, it's good that there's some out there that still do. But not all of them do. And then you get the professors. Yes, I'm talking to you, professors. You got any problem with it? Come debate me. I'm not a little kid.
Yeah, you know.
I know the history and I see what they're doing. That's the sad part. Like what you just said, B. I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly, Lisa. They are. They're getting rid of the penny. That way, all the penny does, removing the penny, is going to do the same thing it did for Canada. Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And you guys know what movie that comes from. Absolutely nothing.
Where'd it come from, B? Come on. I'm not a movie person. Hello, Walker.
Does Canada still have the nickel?
They'll probably be next to get rid of it.
If they do, they don't use it much.
You know, you don't need the nickel. You need the cent. You can go without the nickel and the dime, and just have the cent. Has anybody thought of that? You don't need the nickel
Why
and
not
the
let's
dime.
just go? Hey, let's just get rid of all the change and just go to bills.
Yeah, so it's like poof in the air, poof. You know, because it burns. You know, I'm with you on that 100%. Coins have always been the way. It's the only real money. They can't read and write. Yeah, they don't know. Wait, I'm reading that one. Don't really think about
sorry.
it. Social studies and geology. That's funny. They don't know it. What do they know? They know to Google it. Google it. And you know why they called it Google, you guys, right?
No, why?
Come on. Because doesn't it sound like goo goo gaga, baby? Yeah. Ask us. Come on, we'll tell you. We'll tell you the truth. You don't need to go
I
out
like
there and
it,
look for
right.
it.
The Canadians got loonies and toonies.
Babies. Goo goo gaga, Google, goo goo gaga. That's why they called it that. It's terrible. It's the truth. Go ahead and look it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nice.
Wait, North Africa. What was that, Robert? He got emergency money, emergency, and 2 offset print error notes. Really? That's interesting. Very interesting, Walker. Nice. You have to share it with us. Take a. It'd be neat. I don't always get a chance to stop by your channel. I try when I can. When I get a notification, I'm like, I know that's how they spell Canada. I saw that. Did you see that one comedian with the picture of a can on his t-shirt? Canada. It's funny. Isn't that called a pun?
Why are you guys making fun of the 51st state?
I don't. Yeah, the 51st state. I don't know. They make me kind of angry sometimes. Some of the stuff they do. I just watched this thing where this was a whole. These people all bought houses on this like really nice view area, you know, over a lake and all this kind of stuff. And then it got a sinkhole in one of them. And then they closed the area down. Everybody had to move from their homes. And they are still paying on them. And they can't go back and they can't live there and all that kind of stuff. That's just like highway robbery when people do that. It's white collar crime. That's what I typed in. They have been experiencing white collar crime. That's what that is.
Yeah, the price of everything's starting to go down a little bit, guys.
Whoever surveyed the land screwed those people. Whoever surveyed the land. Because that's where it all begins.
Is anybody experiencing any empty shelves at any stores?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But if
a little bit. Are you
where you
seeing
go.
any or not? It's either yes or no. And I'm not talking about the stock boy just hasn't even
The
lazy.
Dollar Tree. You're not talking about the Dollar Tree, right?
No.
Because everything is from Canada and China. At the Dollar Tree, yeah, everything. Made in China. And then they hook it through Canada. That's why they were mad. Canada and China, that's why they were mad. It's going to take time, people. Give it some time. We'll be back in the swing of things. We almost lost everything. We came this close to losing everything, you guys. Our way of life.
There you go, Walker Magnet. There. askcoinopp@gmail.com.
Cool. Yeah. Or you can send them to the errors to you, right? AOL.com, yeah. Errors to you. That's what you said, right? I told you guys I can't hear that good today. I'm doing the best I can.
Frankie, I have not been to your pantry, so it's not my fault.
Look at this. I dug this out here, so I can put it in my office. Here, do you see it? Who is that? Who knows who this is? Come on, you guys.
Whoever it is, I feel sorry for them because it don't look like they're doing too good.
Oh, I'll take it out of this thing. It's
I
like
have no idea.
you guys don't know who this is?
It
No.
looks like a skull.
God, you guys are old. Okay, who in the chat knows who it is? There you go, Shadrach. Put it up. I'm going to see if I can get it out of here. The Punisher.
I still don't know who it is, even though I've been
Still,
told.
yeah. Drawing a blank.
It's comic. It's a comic thing, you guys. The Punisher.
Okay, well, like
Yeah.
I said, still
I
don't
don't know if
who
I
it
can get
is.
it out of
Okay.
here. It's so hard to get out of here. It's like a plastic thing that you put.
Don't take it out. You ain't got to. Don't matter.
Well,
If
it
you
looks
don't know
pretty cool when you
I
do
don't know who the hell it is.
It's a story. Yeah. See,
I
it wouldn't be
still
so
ain't gonna
shiny.
know.
It's pretty thick. Look, it's pretty thick, you guys.
Yep.
I just
okay.
love it. Yeah, it's a long story. Maybe someday, I'll tell everybody the whole story. If you see this, this relates to this, this relates to this, this relates to this. These are related. Someday you guys will all find out. I'll tell you all about it. Life's going to be a lot better because of it. Charles Kelly, July 20. Oh, are you talking about the Sharonville show? Is that when it is? I didn't look on the calendar yet. When is it? Is it at the end of July?
Yes.
Yeah, it's at the end of July. You need to get like 10 feet closer to the camera. Who? Me? Me? I'm not getting any closer to the camera, period. I'm as close as I'm going to get. Yeah. I'm blind and deaf too. Wow. I can't hear out of this ear. And I wear contacts, so I don't want to hear about it. Blind and deaf too. Towards the new world. No, we're not, Polly. We have witnessed the changing of the guard, is what we've witnessed. The changing of the guard. Don't get too excited, you guys.
Right. I'll be able to make the show this year.
Which show? The Sharonville?
Uh-huh.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, because it's the 4th weekend in July.
God, I hope so. I'm coming to the show.
Well, I know, but
God, I
I've
hope
got the
so.
3rd week in July till the day we die for my family reunion.
Oh, that's right. Your family reunion is always at the same time of the year, right?
Well, it is, yes. 3rd week in July till the day we die. That's
So
our
you can
sale.
invite us to that. We'll go to that too.
Hey, I'd be happy to, B.
That'd be fun, I bet. My family's fun too.
We have between 60 and 100 people every year.
Right on. That sounds like fun. See?
Oh, the young kids, they're just taking, and you know what, B, the sad part is the young kids, they don't give a shit about family no more.
Yeah, I know.
That's just the sad truth.
That's why you have to force them to go.
We did.
Force them to go to the reunion, and then they'll thank you later. They will.
We'll see.
Yeah, they will when they get older and they start getting all melancholy. That's the word. There you go, melancholy.
Okay, guys, this year I am going to share. This here is
We're going to see something neat.
from Walker.
Oh, he sent it. Yay! Okay, these gold. Yeah, no, it says silver certificate, but they're yellow. It's usually gold certificate. That's interesting.
Look at that overprint.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's like a bleed through. It looks more like a bleed through. That's weird. I don't know what that is. That's a good question.
No, that's just the
That's the reverse, but is it bleeding through or was it stamped on the wrong side? Or was
stamped on the wrong side.
That's what it looks like to me, yeah. So how many did they do that to, I wonder?
Well, here's a 5 and a 10.
Probably a whole sheet. Yeah. Oh, and different denominations. They were drinking at the Mint again that day. I swear to God. Some of the stuff I see, I'm like, they got to be drinking or something.
Okay, well, B, the 5, it was 74, and 19 looks like 85 for the 10.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Did he send you the other side? To the other side?
Honey, this is all I've got right here.
Oh, he didn't send you the other side. Okay. But
Nope,
those are still
that
super
was
cool.
the only other one I got, which was a 35A, and that there would be, if it's got the gold seal on
It's
a
supposed
silver
to be the
certificate,
gold. Yeah.
that would mean, I believe somebody can help me here, but I believe
telling
that's from South Africa or North. Oh, okay, North Africa. I'm sorry. He said from North. I was thinking South Africa, but okay,
Mm.
I'll take that and I'll believe you on that. 'Cause
Okay,
I don't know.
but usually it wasn't. It was blue with silver, and it just because it was from South Africa, I don't know. It says you can almost read it. Look at that. You can almost read what the yellow says. Let's read it. Trying to read it. What does that say?
So yeah, like I said,
I'm trying to read it. I was just asking about it because back in the day, the bills, the backs of them were so much greener, such a prettier green. You know what I mean? Just a really bright green. The really old ones. I was wondering if you sent you both sides. I got all kinds of little goodies that I save. I like repeaters. I like to save ladders, all the different, serial numbers. Oh, yeah. And then I used to play Liar's Poker, and I'm sure Robert knows what that is.
Yeah, I played it before, but yeah, I like those errors. Those are nice.
Liar's Poker, like you get a full house or, four of a kind or, yeah. It's what you do with the customers when you're bored.
Oh, okay.
Is left on the drum. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Walker. The first few bills will show the previous side that printed. Very interesting. That's good to know. Thank you for that information. Yeah, that's good. It makes sense.
Nice.
Sense, yeah. And print back the front. I heard, they print the back before they print the front. That's what I heard. When they print money, they do the back first, is what I heard. Everything washed out but the green seal. Okay, now, did somebody wash that in their washing machine, Ronald? Or was it, see, that's the thing. I'd be like, are you sure it wasn't washed in somebody's washing machine? It came from the mint like that? I don't know. Be interesting.
And hello, little Amanda.
Is it graded? Is it graded, Ronald? Is it graded? PMC or whatever. I think it's called PMC.
One of them.
Yeah.
What?
Printed with low ink. Really? How'd you? So it just snuck out of the, printer. It just. See, that's what I'm saying. They're either drinking on the job or they're sneaking this stuff out. I swear to God. Okay. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we made a bill with no ink on it? Who knows? They're going like this. Wouldn't it be cool if we made the, fun life. It's a fun time. 8 to PMDC. Yeah, I was right. I will update his ads. Right on, Walker. That'll be cool to know. That'll be really cool to know. I have some stuff like all in sequence. Those are really nice. Never been circulated. Whatever you do, don't fold it.
Early bird badges are $40, guys.
Buccarinis.
Yeah, that's what I'm going by what they were last year. Do they have it, David, on the
That's what I think, Ronald. That's what.
Do they have it on the paperwork that you have, David, on the screen?
Ronald.
It usually says on there, down towards the bottom.
Let me look.
Thanks for coming, Eric. Thanks for coming and have a great day. And we'll see you next time.
Take care, Eric. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, cool. No, I think they do the back first, Polly. When they print money, I swear to God, I think they print the back first. I don't know where I heard it. I heard it somewhere a long time ago, but I think they do the back first. Yeah, I don't know why. There it is. There it is. The Sharonville. Dun dun dun.
Oh,
You guys, this is where I choose to go on vacation is to Ohio. So I know I need to have my head examined, but that's
yeah,
where
$40. It says $40 right there in the center, David.
I have fun with these people.
Right underneath the
So much
date.
Oh,
fun.
sure. Yep.
You guys got to go.
Yeah, so $40, everybody, for early bird.
So you get to meet all of us weirdos in person. You know, I have a good time every single time I go. I love it.
I wish I could go.
Yeah. See Robert and Florlina, and as far as I know, so far Joe and Diane are planning to go. So far.
Yeah,
You know,
little Amanda just said she's planning on going, but she don't live that far away, so she better get her butt there.
who Amanda?
Yes.
Yes, you better come. I'll be mad if I don't get to see Amanda. I like to see everybody. You know that. How you doing, girl? Good to see you, Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda, I've got a conflict. I got a family function that same weekend. Sorry.
Yeah, see, mine's the weekend before, David. I'm going to be north the week before.
Bummer, David. Bummer. What is it, every year at the same time, like Robert? This is every year at the same time. Okay. I get to see Doug. I hope I got to see Doug and his wife. It was really super cool. You know, I got to meet Adam, Chad. Who else have I met? I met so many people. It's just the most fun, you guys. It's so much fun. And we go out to dinner together.
Yeah, you met Brad.
Yeah, Brad. Yeah. He's not as tall as he looks on TV. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, and Daniel. Get to meet Daniel from Coin Help You. I don't even want to bring up the other guy's name because apparently people have a problem with that. I don't know what the hell went on there. But anyway, yeah, you get to meet a lot of people. And I was chatting it up with the guy that, you know, plays Lincoln, which I guess he's out of a job now that they're getting rid of the cent.
Nah,
but anyway,
he'll still be there.
I don't know. It's so much fun. I was having so much fun talking to that guy. And then here comes JBB, you know, and Junior, and they're like, hey, we're going to do, you know, a deal. And I'm like, I was kind of like talking to this guy, but knock yourselves out. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know, I was having a good time. Fun. I had a good time. They had a bar, you guys, this last time.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
For a second here, B, let me take over. Guys, I will be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all 3 days. Just so you know, a lot of people want to come see me. I love it. I'll be happy to talk to anybody. Just understand, we are running a business there, and there's a lot of people that are going to be coming to see us, and we get busy. A couple years ago, if you look at Couch Collectibles, he interviewed Daniel Malone and Brad. He came up to my table 2 or 3 times wanting to interview me, but we were just so busy. Thank you, Couch. I appreciate you trying. I know you tried. Me and him, we talked a little after that. He tried to come over to interview me, but I just did not have the time. And like I said, I appreciate it. But if I'm busy, I'm busy. Usually it slows down Saturday afternoon. It'll usually slow down Saturday afternoon. Thursday, if you're an early bird, good luck. If you wait until right before the show closes, I might be available. And then usually it's the late hours, guys. That's usually when I'm available. Other than that, I mean, B, as she says, she's been there. We're normally busy. So, yeah, Charles Tully. Daniel Malone's a great guy. I mean, I love him to death. He's a good friend of the channel. I just wanted to let everyone know I'm happy to meet anybody. I really am. Just please understand that, it just takes a minute. That's about it. Just no, Charles, you're welcome to come in and say hi. Anybody is. I don't mind. I enjoy. I mean, heck, I've talked to
let me
Doug.
try.
I've talked to Daniel stops by and says hi. B's there from time to time.
Let me try, Robert. Okay, so they're busy selling coins, you guys. They're selling coins. They have, the big glass case, and they're selling their coins and stuff. So they can't, just like leave. They have to be there for the whole coin show. So, but then you guys, well, you're not talking to Robert and Florlina or Joe and Diane, or Daniel from Coin Help You. You can walk around and look at everyone else's coins. There's a lady that sells gems. I bought a ring from her last year. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff to do. It's fun. And then they have a place across the street where they sell craft beer and a little bit of liquor and stuff and food. So it's so much fun, you guys. It's just, I have a blast every year. We only go for 3 or 4 days, but we have a good time.
Oh,
And
man.
this is another thing. Usually after the show is over, sometimes we'll go outside, guys, and for an hour or two, we'll sit there and talk. And we also go to dinner almost every night. I mean, one night with me, Flora, and Brad, we took out several people, Joe and
Cracker Barrel.
And,
Cracker Barrel. We always go to
well, me, Daniel, we took a bunch of people to Cracker Barrel. Yeah, we go out to eat, guys. So there's plenty of time to meet with us. Just understand that we do have business, but yeah. Bill 457, I have never known anybody to pay for anything other than like me, Brad. We usually split. Me, Daniel, we split. I mean, yeah. And there's been times where me and Flora, we just go out and we all have a good time and we'll just pay for it. It don't matter. We're good.
Yep. Okay, so the Hyatt is right next door to the convention center, right? It's a Hyatt. So if you want to stay there, you can stay in a hotel. There's also a top-notch motel across the street, and I love it. It's called the Living Inn, and I've stayed there every year. We had reservations for the Hyatt, which is right next door to the convention center the first time.
There's a Living Inn right next door.
And they wouldn't let us in our room. Because we got there early. They wouldn't let us in a room because we got there early, and I really needed to, lay down.
Well, you talk to them about that. That's not my concern.
So what I did, shush up. So we went across the street to that Living Inn, and I just love it. They have continental breakfast, you guys. It's just top notch. I'm just telling you.
And little Amanda, sorry, sweetheart, I don't remember you being there. I believe
you did. Yeah, I think she was. Were you there? I think you were. I think she was.
Oh, Florlina said she's the one who picked up the bill, so that's fine. I mean, listen.
You don't have to. You guys can
try to talk to everybody, but I love y'all. And I really enjoy talking about coins, and I will be happy to talk to anyone. Yeah, I believe you was there, Amanda. I think I've seen you. I just don't remember at dinner. Dinner time, I talk to whoever's around me, and that's about it. And sometimes we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tables together, guys. So
yeah. It's so much fun. You can just walk around and look at everybody's different stuff, buy coins, whatever. There's a guy named Oleg. Do you guys remember Oleg? Remember Oleg? He's the one with the Tiffany coin that was like a $10,000 coin. Do you remember that, Robert? Anyway, he's so much fun to talk to, Oleg. He's a very personable, nice guy. And he sells all the like Spider-Man coins and that kind of stuff. And, so you got everything there, you guys. It's so much fun. Just so
I can tell you what, Doug, you can ask Doug. Me, Doug, Florlina,
Dougie,
Mark A, Tammy.
Yeah, Mark A's there, you guys.
And that's when we went to Chillicothe. We went out to eat up there.
Adam Jam came. He came. Amanda came. Who else? I'm trying to think of everybody.
Oh, no, I'm talking about it.
Otis. Remember Otis showed up one year? Otis.
Yeah.
Marcos,
No,
Marquez.
I get it. Yeah, Charles Kelly's talking about him and Mr. T went and stayed several years ago. They stayed probably, I know probably where they stayed. So yeah,
So much fun because you're not in a hurry, and the best thing is, okay, now don't get a
well, that's
fat
the
head.
beauty of
Don't get
the
a fat
business.
head, Robert. But it's nice to meet the people that you talk to all the time.
Well, no, that's what I said. At the dinners, I mean, hell,
Him and poor Lita. Poor
sadly,
Lita.
I got photographs of me and Greg Arbuckle sitting down. I
Oh, I
remember
remember.
dinners. I mean, he was just so fun to be around. I mean, there's just so many. It's really just enjoyable to sit down,
Yeah.
have a good discussion. I mean, have a talk, and hey, it is a good time.
Sherry Ward. She's another one that shows up. Greg
Cherie,
Ass.
yeah.
Greg Ass showed up one time. Yeah, I mean it's like great.
Oh yeah, Greg Esty showed up more than once.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Guys, Matt will be there. Matt usually he gets the table now, so he'll be there.
Yeah, it was really neat meeting Greg. That was the best part. And who am I forgetting? Oh, I can't think of his name right now. Papa? No. The one that likes the Benjamins. I can't think of his name.
Alden Davis?
Not Alden.
Soup has never been there.
Soup's never been there. Why don't you come, Soup? That'd be so neat to meet you.
He's talking about coming one year, but he's never been there. But yeah, Alden's not gonna be able to make it. Either way, guys, it's fun. Listen, we've only got a few minutes left, just letting you know.
You guys that live out there should come. I mean, I'm coming a long way. It's a long way for us to go. And I choose to go to Ohio. I know I'm crazy. I know.
Don't forget to call your Uber. Mark.
Yeah, don't forget to call your Uber driver.
I've never done Facebook. I'm so terrible.
I don't do it either. It's nothing
Never
to do.
done it. I'm too lazy.
I've done it, but I stopped doing it years ago.
Did you? I never even did it once. I'm so lazy. Isn't that terrible? The most I ever did was Twitter, and that was, I got like 800 followers, and I went, I don't even care. It's terrible. I love YouTube though. YouTube. Yeah, I know, Doug. You guys are going to come to dinner with us this time, right? I hope you and Tammy come with us. It'd be so much fun. And then sometimes you get to meet Robert's son, Robert's daughter.
Yeah, he might be there. We'll see. I'm not going to guarantee shit with him.
I know.
It's up to him, really. It depends on whether he's got him a squeeze at that time or not. If
I
he's got
know.
a girlfriend, he won't be there. If he don't have a girlfriend, he'll probably be there.
He's a nice guy, you guys. Nice guy. Yeah. It's really, really neat. Really, really fun. And it's so neat to meet these people in person. Floralina is lovely. You get to meet her in person if you go to the Coin show.
Yeah, Cherie is fun. Her and Pete.
Sherry Ward, yeah.
What's going on there? But they ain't been around a couple years. But I get it. Yep. Cherie. Cherie's a sweetheart. I agree.
Yeah. I'm surprised every single time when I get to meet somebody, in person. I'm like, wow, cool, because not everybody has a picture of themselves in their avatar,
Right.
Yeah.
That's why on this here, I said, you know what? If you ain't showing your picture, no, don't want to guess. Sorry, that's just not me.
Yeah. And then when you go to the coin show, they make you, put on a name tag, so that helps. But some people it doesn't. They bullshit on the name tag too. Bullshitters.
Well,
I would never do that.
Yeah, you would. Too bad we know what you look like. Because some people like to go in incognito and, and then look around first and then they go, oh, well, guess who I am?
I would be Frank Mons.
Yeah. He's not a car. Yeah, he has a little car for his. I bet you I can guess with Frank. I'm a pretty good guesser. Yeah. But anyway, if you're watching, Alden, we love you and we miss you. And it would be nice if you would, come back someday. We miss you. Yeah, I
Let's say
know.
prayers for Alden for now. How's that?
Yeah, prayers. And Fuzz, good to see ya. Cashier Fuzz, you know when she comes by.
Yep.
I love her. I love Fuzz. Okay, where are we at? Ooh, we are like just talking through the whole deal today, aren't we? Oh, anyway. So much fun, you guys. You guys have to go. And you guys that are closer, I mean, come on. I'm flying like I'm taking 2 airplanes to get there. To see Robert, Flordelina, Joe, and Diane. Yeah, I go a long way.
Yep. If I ever get out to the West Coast again and they haven't fell in the ocean, I say hi to you too, Bill. Or Steve.
Put up with Charles Kelly when he said it's funny. Yeah, you know, it's a turning point. I know. I can't stop doing it. I can't stop doing that, and I can't stop learning history. It's like a drug. Oh, what is that history? Let's just, you know, I got to find out more, you know. It's really terrible. They just told us, Matt, T Coins, it's at the end of July.
It's the last weekend in July. I think it's 25, 26, 27.
Yeah. So much fun.
May, June.
Cincinnati,
It is July 24, 25, 26. I think. Yeah, July 24, 25, 26.
Cincinnati's not bad. Not bad at all, you guys. It's nice. It's like, I think it's pretty quiet compared to where I'm from. Where I'm from is like, oh, not near as nice. Cincinnati's nicer than we're.
Sooner or later, David, I've got some research on die hardening for the coins. And because me and Brad are going to have a little debate and argument, I don't agree with him on. He's talking about how one.
No, I love it when you
guys argue his point because I don't understand his point. To me, it's like
right. I know, but I still love it when you guys debate. You know, he's just as bad. He's not listening sometimes.
Yeah, but he's trying to say that if one side would have a clash and not the other. No, it don't work that way, Bubba. I know better than that. I did some research and I did a deep dive, Dave. So I got all my information. I know where right now we use the Rockwell hardener. Well, before then, there's 2 other hardeners that was used before that. Yeah, I got them all together, so I'm coming loaded for.
You're coming loaded for Bear, right on, right on, because you know he's going to be loaded for Bear too.
Well, he's got one book I haven't been able to take.
He thinks he knows everything, so I'm really going to enjoy that. I'm going to be like this.
Oh, we got 6 minutes.
So good, man. You guys don't want to miss that one. It's going to be good. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll just like this, going like this.
Hold on a second.
There's nothing better than a good debate. 2 people that know what they're talking about. Oh, I enjoy the crap out of it. Yeah.
Here, guys. I'm just wanting to show this. I'm not certain exactly what it's for, but I know AZ was talking about somebody seeing a coin, and I just thought I'd show AZ's coin again real quick.
That's so nice. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful coin. Yeah. Back before they put ugly presidents on it.
Exactly, D.
God, those guys are ugly. Some of them are so ugly. It's like, wow, dude. You know, yeah. Good they had wigs back then. You know what I mean? They're scary looking. Scare the death out of any child, you know.
Well, it's supposed to be B, just so that you know. The way it started, it was supposed to be just an image that basically was supposed to be something resembling Lady Liberty. Okay, that was what it was supposed to be. And then the eagle that was put in it as well. So
Lady Liberty, Lady Loosely. You use that. I
Lady
mean,
Liberty.
why
I don't know
was
about
she
that.
so
That's
handsome? Why
I've
was she
never
so
heard.
handsome, you
I've
guys?
never heard that term, lady loosely. Never have I heard that until just now.
Okay, well, let me ask you something else. Why was she so handsome? Lady
You
Liberty.
do.
The
You
handsome
do.
woman.
Okay, you do remember that they use models. So, which model would you like to
I don't
know
know. They
about?
must have
Because
got her
that's
from.
what.
They got her from where they take hormones or something.
Wow, B. What?
She's ugly. I mean, you want me to just like fireworks? Lady Liberty. So, I mean, sometimes she's nice looking and sometimes she's not. Like the coin you just showed, she looks great.
Remember,
Yeah.
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's right.
Beholder. Beholder. Depends on what you're holding on.
Mm.
Come on, you know what I did for a living. I mean, come on. We joke around. That's all we do. We have fun joking around. So anyway, yeah, she's a handsome gal. Lady Liberty.
There you go, Kelly.
What does it say? Was it Indian man?
That's right. No, Liberty was an Indian
Bill.
man, a Roman guy, and a different people who model. He's
See
right.
what Bill said? Yeah, I'm done laughing.
Supposed to be emblematic of liberty. I should have said it that way because that's what it really is boiled down to. So it can be a man, can be a woman, and it can be, I don't care, anything.
She's a
But
handsome
it's
gal.
not supposed to, it was never supposed to be a person that it was all supposed to be emblematic, not factual.
Okay.
And that makes a difference to me because when you do that, guess what? That's almost like, oh, maybe we should, oh, here you go, guys. Maybe we should put fill in the blank, whatever president is in the White House.
Ah,
Symbolic? Yes, Bill. Symbolic. Yep.
Trump did have a Comer. Some of these guys, oh my man. I'm with David, man. You lose your hair. If I was a man and I started to lose my hair, I would just shave it all off. Call it good, man.
You bet.
Yeah, it's not going to come back. And it looks ridiculous when you got patches and stuff, and women hate it. We love the bald head, though, let me tell ya.
There you go.
That's a man that just shaves it all off. He said, screw it. I'm just going to shave it all off, you know. Not trying to glue it back on and look all stupid and everything. Much better. Right on, David. Yep. I'm just saying. And you, any of you women, tell me different. Fiona Coy's still alive. You know what, though, Amanda? That's what, what's his name did, and I can't even think. I'm totally blank right now. The Roman.
That's okay there, B. Won't we close up here? It's 1 minute.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming. I had so much fun. I always do, and I hope you guys did too and learned something. Thank you, David, for coming back. We missed you. And we miss Nick, and we miss, the other guy, that Brad. That's his name. Anyway, we miss them, and hopefully they'll be with us next time. And thank you all for coming. Had so much fun. See you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you, everyone for being here today. Robert, thanks for hosting the podcast. It's always fun. B, thank you for your great stories today. I really enjoyed them. Nick, missing you. Hope you're here next week. And Brad, I missed you, buddy. Hope you come back. So have a good weekend.
Okay, everybody. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate it. Tomorrow night, me and Ford's going to be right back here for another sale. Hope to see you there. And yeah, hope to see each and every one of you guys at the Coin Show. Brad, I hope you had a safe flight. And Nick, I hope you got your job done, whatever it was that you had to do. So, y'all, we appreciate all the support. Hope you hit the thumbs up. Hope you subscribe. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Have a wonderful evening, and if you happen to be looking at coins between now and then, guys, happy hunting. Good night, all.